All right, so the average salary of a male full professor at a public four-year institution offering classes at the doctoral level is $97,750. So let's say male, oh, that's right, male prof. The average salary, so let's call that new, is 97750. For a female full professor, let's say female prof, mean is 90,280. Shouldn't be, but the standard deviation of the salaries for both is 4,700. And we're talking about normally distributed salaries. Find the 80th percentile salary for male professors and the 80th percentile salary for female professors, respectively. This is similar to the first problem, to the last problem we did, number 24. In that we're given this percentile, so let's examine what that means. I'll draw over here. So the 80th percentile, here's my mean. We're talking Z's, mean is 0. So the 80th percentile means that 80% of values, so the 80th percentile salary means that 80% of my values, 80% of salaries are less than your particular salary. So if I was to draw that on this normal distribution, it may look something like this. There's my Z that I don't know. And this area here is 80% of the entire area. 80% of values are less than this unknown Z value. If it was the 40th percentile, that would mean 40% of values are less than that particular value. So here this is 80%. As a decimal, let's say 0.80. That's this area. So I know the area. Again, now I can figure out the Z value that gives that area. Once I find that Z value, I'm going to convert it here for male professors and also convert it here for female professors and see what the numbers are. So I'm going to go to my table and look at the areas, look in the body of the table, find as close to 80.80 as I can get, and determine the Z value that gives that. So here's the table. Oops. Here's the table. So we're looking for 80%, 0.80, as close as we can get. Looks like somewhere around here. Okay, so I'm looking for 0.80 or as close as I can get to it. And I'm between these two values here. So this value here is 0.0023 larger than 0.80. Right, so clearly 0.7995 is closer to 0.80 than 0.8023 is. So the Z value that yields this area of 0.7995 is 0.84, right? 0.84 yields that area that's closest to 0.80. So if I go back, this Z value here, we just determined is 0.84. That's the Z value we'll use to determine the actual 80th percentile salary for male professors and for female professors. So again, we're using the Z-score formula. C equals the value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. We're attempting to determine the value for each of these using this Z-score of 0.84 that yields that 80th percentile. So 0.84 equals the value, which we don't know, minus the mean, divided by standard deviation. I'm going to cross multiply just like problem 24. So I have x minus 97750 equals 4700 times 0.84. When I solve this, this is going to give me the 80th percentile salary for male professors. And then I have to do it again for female professors. So I'll use my calculator here. 4700 times 0.84. That's 3948. And to solve for x, I'm going to add 97,750. I lined this up really poorly, so I don't know if I can even add it that way. I think that's $101,698. Let's double check. 3948 plus 97750. 101,698. I can add. Very nice. So this is the 80th percentile salary. So this is the 80th percentile salary for male profs. Now exactly what I did here, I need to do this process again using the same z-value because we're still talking about the 80th percentile, but using that mean and standard deviation for female professors. So this is just 1/2 of my answer here. If this was a short answer question on the exam, you get 4 points for that because each question is worth 8 points, right? So let's do this for female professors. Let's change the color. Same formula. Z equals the value minus the mean divided by standard deviation. So again, Z, we know the Z value that yields that 80th percentile. That's 0.84. We don't know the value. That's what we're attempting to find. So subtracting the mean divided by the standard deviation. Same strategy to solve. I'll cross multiply. X minus 90,280 equals 4,700 times 0.84. That's the same multiplication I did up here. So I don't have to do that again. That's 3948. What I do have to do, though, is add 90,280. Lined it up a little bit better this time, so hopefully it'll be easier to add. $94,228. I can double check, make sure I'm right. 3948 plus 90280. That's a big difference, huh? The 80th percentile for male professors versus the 8th. Let me write all I did for the last one. 80th percentile for female professors. And we've answered both questions. So we're done.